Now we are on page 57 of the notes, and we have a new file. We could have pressed Control N, but if we have a new file, and we're pulling an input into our new program. At the moment, it's on port A0, and port A with a value of 0, and we also want an output on port A with a value of 0. Okay, so we're going to right click on the input icon.
Right click on the input icon and select Properties from the menu. The Input Properties dialog box appears, shown opposite. This allows us to add a variable. But what is a variable? A variable is a place where we can store information, in particular, information that changes as our program runs. In this case, it is the number of the heat sensor that triggers the alarm. It might be sensor 1 that goes off, or sensor 5. We are going to use a variable called sensor, without quotation marks, to store the information on which sensor has been triggered. Click on the arrow next to the variable box. You will see the next dialog box. Now hover over the word variables, and the arrow appears. Click on it and select Add New. Another dialog box, shown opposite, appears, offering a large choice of variable types. For now, accept the default type of byte, a variable which can store numbers from single quote 0 single quote to single quote 255 single quote. Type the name, sensor, without quotation marks, as the name of the new variable and click on the OK button. It now appears in the list of variables that the flowchart can use. Double-click on the name of the variable to use it, or alternatively click and drag the name into the variable box. You now see the Input Properties box again. Notice that you need to tell the system which port you are going to use to input the data the system needs. It is set to port A at the moment, and we are going to leave it that way. In this case, the system needs to monitor the heat sensors, and so each sensor will be connected to a different bit of port A. Click on OK to close the Input Properties box. In the previous section you added a variable to the program using the variable dialog box. Computer signals consist of streams of binary single quote 0, S and single quote 1, S on each wire. A group of 8 wires can carry 8 bits, binary digits, simultaneously. This grouping of 8 bits, known as a byte, is used for much of the internal wiring inside microcontrollers and for the registers.